this time, this stuckness, this resistance, this exhaustion has been from not following that path. Oh, I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to try. I'm tired of stalling. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, girl, enough. You legitimately run out of excuses. These are the conversations that I've been having with myself. Late last year, I quit my six-figure job in tech, living in the beautiful LA, moved across the world twice, and ended up in Lagos, Nigeria. The final boss of this whole excuses rant is my perfectionism. Even though I'm just learning how to video edit, even though I have never posted on YouTube, I'm supposed to post this perfect video that's supposed to get this many likes, even though I know that that's unrealistic. My brain still feels the need to be extremely hard on myself. It can be really exhausting. It freezes me sometimes. I think I've finally gotten to this point where I'm just like, fuck it. I have to face the music of documenting, editing, and sharing my work in an effective and consistent manner. The thing that I continue to struggle with is how do I do it? How do I record? How do I edit? How do I color grade? How do I voice over? How do I do all of it? Because you could watch 50 videos, and trust me, I have, and they all tell you different things. Putting all that together, I have realized that the one way that I get to figure out all these things is by doing it, allowing myself to make mistakes. Take notes, but also understand that it might not apply to me. It's been a long, difficult experience. Take, for example, I've been editing this video from when I went to Takwa Bay with my friend. Granted, it's the video that I've been learning with, but I have taken so long for every part. I'm still figuring out the tools, and I'm giving myself this window because it's my first time editing on DaVinci. But the good part about all of this is that I really enjoy video editing. It reminds me of playing video games. I didn't know when I was going to quit my job, but I knew that I wasn't going to be working corporate on January 2025. I remember last year on my birthday, and I was going to Portugal for about 10 days. It's a remote company. I go in to request for my time off. I made sure that I booked it in a time that nothing was happening, and my time off was rejected. What do you mean? Like, I can't take my time off? I remember in that moment saying, there's nothing on this planet that will have me working on my birthday next year. And that was when the ball started rolling. Because I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I just start noticing a bunch of things. Things seem unfair, just not in your favor as much. And you start thinking about all the things that you haven't done and all the things that you have done that isn't yours, and wanting to do things that feel like they're yours and is yours. The language I use is that you just kind of like one day wake up and you can't unsee these things anymore, and you're not tolerant of them anymore. Long term, I want to spend creating something that is mine, doing things that I'm proud of, and experiencing the world in a richer way. I've always seen myself as this visual storyteller. My big dream is being this storyteller, be it through photography or film, that is hired to capture a particular story, because the way I see things is very much valued and interesting and engaging. That's the beautiful part of today's age, where you tell your stories the way that you want without the validation of big businesses. Call me if you like my stuff, but like, it's so a part of me that I'm going to do it regardless. As I think about how that plays out, YouTube comes to mind. Every now and then you just see somebody just doing the thing and having fun doing it. And I'm like, yeah, I already do this, but I've been doing it on Instagram story that expires in 24 hours. And I don't shit on it. That time of doing it on Instagram story was very important to learning my voice and learning my tone and seeing what I like to capture and strengthening my composition. I didn't go to school for visual storytelling or photography. I learned from my dad, I learned from trying, just instinctively. I kind of make my shit up as I go. I don't know where this is going, but the intention is to continue exploring like I've always explored, document my exploring much better than Instagram stories, which expires in 24 hours, and sharing it with you. I really enjoy doing this stuff. I've been documenting all my life. In my different social spaces, I am one of three at best that is known for keeping and documenting all the stories around us, from my high school to my college years, every single category of my life. I had a photo blog on Tumblr, and so there are lots of pictures there. I have like Instagram, I have Facebooks, I have some photo albums there. In the grand scheme of things, I don't have one stop shop when it comes to video making. I just want a space that I can store these stories that I'm going to tell for longevity, for my community, and for my future self. I know how happy I am when I come across pictures and videos of me from when I was younger. And I like the idea of having this space where I can come to and watch the adventures and the stories that were exciting to me at this time. More than anything else, I'm creating this to give my community and I something to look back at, smile, enjoy, remember, and be excited about life, because I feel like a lot of times we act like we're going to remember every single thing, but when I think about the last 5 years coming out of a very toxic relationship and going through a very difficult divorce, I cannot remember a lot of things that happened. It's like my memory was trying to suppress so many of the bad stuff that it erased a lot of the good stuff that were happening too. I remember seeing a picture of my friend at an event with me and I was like, wait, you were here? It was so shocking for me because I couldn't remember. And this just happened in the last 5 years. You think you're going to forget much later, but it's much sooner than you think. I hope that in this process, I also encourage other people to document and save these beautiful stories and memories that they're creating with their loved ones. And you don't have to do it this way. Even if you're taking pictures and printing out these photo albums that you put on a table for your friends and your family to look through when you're together, it doesn't really matter how you are collecting these stories and putting it up for sharing, but just make sure that you're doing it. So much of life is passing. Man, everything could just go in a minute, can't it? I'm encouraged to live life a little louder, to pursue my dream a little stronger, and I'm encouraged to document it along the way. No matter what happens, I was here and I lived and I enjoyed it with these beautiful people that I call my community. The core has always been community for me. Even when I think about the stories that I want to tell beyond my personal communities, the general community, the general culture, the general subcultures, that has always been my space of interest. I've always described myself as the village scout. The village scout is the person that the village sends out to go and explore the world and discover this bunch of things and come back to the village with these findings, these trinkets, these medicines, these tools that just makes us a better community. If this is a job that I take very seriously as the community documenter, as the family historian, I want to do a better job at storing that. YouTube is going to be a great platform, just a place where everyone can easily access it and observe as well. Whew. I do hope that I stay consistent in this journey. I'm able to make a living out of documenting and storytelling, spend more time with my community along the way, just staying honest to those values and staying honest to those pillars, trusting the process. I'm the kind of person that does the things I say I'm going to do and I do them very well. I really do believe that this is a thing I'm supposed to be doing. This time, this stuckness, this resistance, this exhaustion has been from not following that path and recalibrating and adjusting back to that path, even though there's no real clear next step. I really strongly believe that it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. My name is also Oselumense, which means God has done me well. And that is something that I have believed from time. When things don't work out, I'm like, well, I guess that shit wasn't for me. I look forward to exploring what the next couple of months look like when I dedicate myself to this process. Wish me luck.